Hi, my name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're doing well out there. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an app I always forget that I have. It's called DecentSampler. It's made by David Hilowitz of Decidedly, and guess what? It's absolutely free. Let's ooja! So what is DecentSampler? Well, most people would think a sampler, so you record and sample sounds and then play them back, where actually this is more like a sample player, and you can download instruments full of samples from the respective stores, either on Windows, Mac or Linux, or on iOS. It's a free download. You can get the desktop versions from DecentSamples.com, and from there also you can download instruments from DecentSamples.com into your desktop version. But you can also get it on iOS, and you just have to go to the App Store, search for DecentSampler, not Decent Samples, and then once you install it for free, you've got the option to download from heaps of instruments that are there for absolutely free, and some that cost money, from some really big names in the music industry to just the samples that are made from DecentSampler. Not only do you have access to a whole bunch of free and paid instruments from within the DecentSampler app, if you join the developer's Patreon page, David Hilowitz, link in the description, for $5 a month, he puts up a whole bunch of really cool instruments that aren't available from within the app and that he features on his YouTube channel. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, it's really, really cool. He finds old guitars and old instruments and he repurposes them, and then he turns them into a sample pack. And you'll get a lot of them on his Patreon page or not. Some of them that end up there later on end up inside the app as well, but I recommend you go and join up his Patreon page to go and get some cool instruments as well. Okay, so let's take a look at a project that I made using Logic Pro and a whole bunch of instruments using DecentSampler. Let's ooge. Okay, so I've done a previous show on this, so you can go back and check that out. I've put a link in the description, but let's head over to the iPad now and we'll open it up as a standalone. Remember, this is an AUv3 as well, so it loads up here. We've got our basic piano, nice. So let's talk about across the top here, we've got our browse. So in here, you can browse sample libraries. So you can scroll down, you can see some of these are paid, like this one's $10, free, $20. Most of them are free, but there are some that are paid. But you'll see the paid ones also have free versions for you to check out. So this is where you can go and grab libraries for yourself. Once you grab them, there's a little file browser here, and this is where you'll find all of your samples. So you can sample libraries. So you can see they're all in here. We'll come back to this. Let's head over here. We've got a volume, so we can turn up the volume 12 dBs and down 100, minus 100 dB. And you can, if you double tap, you can bring it back to 0, hit enter. You've got tuning here as well. File, you can load in instruments that you may have downloaded from the DecentSampler website or from the Patreon. So if you hit load here and you've got a zip file that you've downloaded, so I've got this mystery Telecaster. It'll ask if I want to install it. Yes, please. It'll install. Now, if I go to my browse section, grab the little slider here, this mystery guitar should be in here. Magical, where is it? Mystery Telecaster, here it is. I've got 2 of them in here, that's nice. So we'll double tap, and here's our guitar. We'll come back to this in a minute. Let's head back over here to the settings. So we can load recent ones, anything we've had in here recently. You can save favorites by hitting up here. You've got a little star. So if I hit that now, go to my favorites, you'll see that guitar's in there now. You can reload, browse presets. That'll take you back to the browse page. You've got my account, because you will want to set up an account, over at DecentSampler.com. And here's where you can change your account details. I'm logged in under my account right now. You can log out. You've got MIDI learn, so you can MIDI learn each of the knobs for each instrument. You've got instrument settings, so global tuning, pitch bend range, pretty basic stuff in there. It changes for each instrument. You've got tuning settings. So you've got a whole bunch of remapping for tuning, preferences, so you can restore your purchases. You can deal with your engine here and change the buffer, how much RAM you're using, all that kind of stuff. Also, the last thing, we've got the about and some developer tools, which you'll probably never use. But let's talk about the guitar here. Each instrument normally has its own little set of things. So this one's got a chorus and a reverb. And a tone, your pitch wheel works, you've got a mod, all that kind of stuff. So pretty basic settings. I've got this connected to my keyboard at the moment. But yeah, to load sounds, really easy. Just find what you want. So this choir here, I'm going to click on it, hit load, and so you can see they've all got their own little things here. This one you can change the R's, the O's to R's. Get a blend. I can go back over here to file if I want and load in an instrument I've loaded recently. So what have we got? We've got a glockenspiel here. Let's load this one up. So pretty basic stuff, Every one of them has their own settings. This one's just got a reverb. The best thing to do is just download this thing and get playing with it, because as I said, it's free, and nearly all the instruments are free, and you're going to be able to make some great music. So what we're going to do now is head over. I've got a whole bunch of, just a little smattering of instruments just to play for you, and then we'll get out of here for today. Let's listen to these demos. Wow, so those are some of the cool sounds you can find within DecentSampler. It's available free right now on iOS, desktop, Mac, and Linux. Go grab it. Go get some sounds. Go mess about with it. See how you go. What can you complain about? It's absolutely free. The one thing I can say that has been a consistent problem with this app is it's a little bit buggy, and it has been for the longest time. But it is continuously getting updates and new instruments, so, there's that. Hey, are you enjoying this content before we get out of here? It would really make me happy if you would hit the like, maybe subscribe to the channel or become a member. Help us out here. I'm going to continue doing these pre-recorded tutorials for you as well as live content. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Links are in the description for all of the stuff today. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together, and whatever you do, stay awake. Let's Oge!